everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren, and today I am super excited to talk to you about the Southern Charm Read-a-thon. So my good friend Amanda over at Book Lover Amanda, talk about her all the time on this channel. She has asked me to be a co-host this year, and I am super excited that she asked me. It was so sweet of her. So I am going to be one of the co-hosts along with Lucy at the Lucy Chronicles, Lindsay Lemus, Tammy over at the Protagonist Pub, and Taylor at Tales and Treats with Tay. Now this readathon starts May 1st. And if you read one book, you have participated. You do not have to fulfill all the prompts. There is a bingo board, and I am super excited about the prompts for this year. We've got some really good ones, and the rules are very loose. You just make the prompts fit for you. Nobody's policing your board, so you do what works for you. So I have picked a few books for each prompt that I'm going to share just to give some ideas of things that you could read or give examples of the prompts. I'm going to try to link everything down below, as well as the channels for my other co-hosts. Please go check out their channels. They are some amazing ladies, and I love them to death. Lindsay Lemus is on Instagram. She does not have a YouTube channel. She needs one, though, because we want to know her thoughts. But maybe someday. No pressure, Lindsay, at all. But yeah, so let's get started on the prompts. So the first prompt is Bless Your Heart, a book that tugs at your heartstrings. For this one, I picked out several books. So I have Once Upon a Wardrobe by Patty Callahan Henry. This is about a little boy who is terminally ill, and he gets his sister is in college, and C.S. Lewis is a professor at the college that she goes to. And so the little boy is obsessed with the Chronicles of Narnia, and he wants to know why, he wants to know more about the story, like where it came from, why C.S. Lewis wrote it, and everything. So he asks his sister if she will ask C.S. Lewis some questions and find out the story behind Narnia. And it's such a heartwarming story, and it's really sad, but it's so good. And I love the relationship between the main character and her brother. It's just a really heartwarming story. So I feel like that fits the prompt really well. The next book I have is Marmee, and this is by Sarah Miller. This is such a good, heartwarming book. This really talks about Marmee from Little Women. If you're familiar with that story, you should be. But this is just such a heartwarming book. It talks about Marmee, and you really get to know her character, why she is the way she is. She is just a wonderful woman, and it just really talks a lot about, you know, her life and her family. Another book that falls into this prompt is Kisses from Katie. This is a story about a young woman who goes on a mission trip to Africa, and she basically falls in love with these orphans that she works with, and she ends up adopting a bunch of them and living over there. And it's just such a heartwarming story, the difference that she makes in the lives of these young women, and just a really heartwarming story. The next prompt is Will I Declare, a thriller, mystery, or book with twists. So for this prompt, I chose A Lady in the Attic. This is by Tara Randall. And this is a Annie's Attic mystery. This is just a very low stakes, cozy kind of mystery. So there's no murder or anything like that in it. And this was a really enjoyable read, I thought, but it is a cozy mystery. The next book I have is Little Girl Lost by Cheryl Bradshaw. I read this book recently, like the end of last year, and really enjoyed it. This book is, I would say, more of a thriller suspense type book. This does have murder in it. And I don't think it gets graphic in any way, but I thought this fit the prompt very well, and I highly recommend. I really enjoyed this book. The next book is Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schult. There's that one. This book really had a lot of twists and turns. It is kind of like, it is like a mystery. I would say sort of like a little fantasy and mystery thriller type book. But this one did have a lot of twists and turns, and you spend the whole book trying to figure out really what's going on. So I did like that aspect of it, and you can see it's kind of like got that gold foiling on it. So yeah, this was an enjoyable book. The next book I have is called Her Sister's Death, and this is more of a thriller suspense type book. And this was really good. This did have some twists and turns in it that I did not see coming. So yeah, highly recommend this book. The next prompt is Well, Look Who It Is, a book with more than one POV. So for this one, I did 1,000 Words by Mandy Blake. This is in the Unfailing Love series, and these books have 2 points of view, usually one from the male perspective and one from the female perspective. And this one is switches between Tyler and Sissy, and this is their love story. The next one I have is called Lilac Girls, and this is by Martha Hall Kelly. I love Martha Hall Kelly's books. I just love her writing, and this follows 3 different female perspectives during World War II, and I really enjoyed this book. It's been a few years since I read it, but I really enjoyed this. Sorry for the noise, y'all. It's a thing in my videos. If you're new here, there's always noise in the back. The next book, of course, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This is between Kai and, I almost said Katniss. Wrong book. Kai and Peyton. And so obviously, I mean, okay, the next prompt is Home is Where the Heart Is, a book set in a small town or has strong family themes. So for this, I picked out the Baxter series by Karen Kingsbury. This is definitely a very family-oriented series. This is about the Baxter family, and there's a book for each kid in the family. They have 5 children, so there's a book for each child in the family, and it continues on. This is just the first series in the Baxter, I would call it like a saga, because there are several different series in the Baxter, I say universe, but it's all about the Baxter family, and there are several different series that follows this same family. But these are about Bloomington, Indiana, which is a small town that they live in. And like I said, the books follow each child in the series. And then I also have, this is the first book in the 4 Seasons series by Gary Chapman and Catherine Palmer. This is called It Happens Every Spring. And this is about a small town and the people in the town. It kind of follows like different people in the town through each book. There's 4 books in the series. And it's just like a cozy little series. I love it. It's, you know, it's a Christian series and it's just a cozy little series. Obviously, it's called the 4 Seasons. This is this, you know, it does spring, summer, winter, fall. But yeah, I've really enjoyed the series and I would recommend it. So, the next prompt is Free Space, and this is thanks to Southern Hospitality. The next prompt, and I may be doing these kind of out of order, but the next prompt is Hold Your Horses, a slow burn romance or a book that takes time to unfold. So I had several for this one as well. I have the Selection series by Kiera Cass. I have A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I have The Rose and the Thistle. Oh, and A Curse So Dark and Lonely is by Bridget Kimmerer. Sorry, I didn't say the author for that one. The Rose and the Thistle by Laura France. And Leaving Independence by Leanne W. Smith. And the next prompt is Y'all Come Back Now, a book set in the South or a rural area. So for this one, I have To Win Her Heart by Karen Whitmire. This one is set in Spencer, Texas. And then I also have Bookshop by the Sea by Denise Hunter, because this is set in North Carolina. There are a lot of books I know that would fit this prompt. Those are just 2 that I picked up. The next prompt is Happier Than a Pig in Mud, a book that brings you joy or makes you laugh. And I don't really have a lot of books that would make me laugh. Maybe these 2, and these also bring me a lot of joy. So we have The Fallback Plan by Melanie Jacobson and Just Don't Fall by Emma St. Clair. Really enjoyed these books. I need to continue in this series, but I really like that series so far. And then also the Oregon Trail Choose Your Own Adventure books. I really enjoyed this series and reading this series. It was so good and it brought me a lot of joy. And the last prompt is Country Roads Take Me Home. If you have the John Denver song stuck in your head, you're welcome. A book in a series or a reread. So, I mean, say less. So Powerless by Lauren Roberts. For me, this would be a reread, and it's also in a series. Pretty much anything could fit this prompt. Anything that's a reread for you, or anything that's in a series. So these books are in a series right here, the Sweater Weather series. This book is in a series. So, you know, these books are in a series. So, pretty much anything. I love that these prompts are so easy to fulfill. You can pretty much use them any way you want to. But that is all I have for you today. I really hope you can join us in this readathon. And definitely share what you're going to be reading. I would love to know the prompts that you fulfill and the books that you read for it. Please definitely share those down below in the comments. And I will try to link anything I can in the description below. I will have the co-hosts pages linked, as well as I'm going to try to put the bingo board and all of that down below. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully it was helpful, and thank you for watching. Bye.